New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
An apology tonight from Columbia University for the sexual assault crimes of a predator gynecologist who violated hundreds of women, at least, for nearly 2 decades. The university tonight out with several plans to try to make sure this never happens again.
And among those plans, compensating victims. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan has details.
Dr. Robert Hadden is a convicted serial sexual predator, now serving 20 years in prison, answering for just a few of the crimes he is suspected of. But some say Columbia University, where he worked and where he preyed on his female victims, has yet to be held to account.
Columbia is really at fault here. They're really responsible for kind of enabling the serial sexual predator.
Lori Maldonado is among Hadden's hundreds of victims. Hadden was her gynecologist in 2013 when she was sexually assaulted by him 2 days before she gave birth to her son. Hadden had been arrested for sexual assault 3 years earlier, and Columbia allowed him to return to work and continue to see female patients.
They knew, and they did nothing, and they put women in harm's way again and again. They didn't believe the survivors. And this is now hundreds and hundreds, and we're over 530 survivors that have come forward.
That may now be changing. Columbia today apologized to the victims, saying, "We owe it to the courageous survivors to fully reckon with Hadden's abuses." Columbia, the statement says, failed these survivors, and for that, we are deeply sorry. How sorry? The school said they will pay for an independent investigation into the conduct of administrators at the hospital and notify all of the patients Hadden saw over his decades-long career, and provide a $100 million fund to compensate the victims.
It's woefully inadequate. Okay, Columbia's exposure is north of $1 billion in this case. They covered up Robert Hadden's abuse for 25 years.
Anthony DiPietro is a lawyer bringing lawsuits against Columbia for its conduct in the Hadden case.
Columbia has lied to patients, gaslit patients, and covered up Hadden's abuse. They betrayed every form of trust you can imagine. There is no way that anything has changed. Columbia cannot be trusted.
It's heartbreaking that so many people turned away.
Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
7 people, including a firefighter, were injured in